Alright, so I'm back, and today, I'm kind of just announcing what we're doing this week. We're going to be taking a little break from Transformers for this week in honor of the new Star Wars teaser trailer that came out on Friday. So this week, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to review all the Star Wars movies. The real Star Wars movies, you know, the 1 through 6. Not any of the Clone Wars series. I never watched those. As far as I'm concerned, this is the only stories that matter. And some people might disagree with me on that, but that's just me. So yeah, we'll be reviewing each one of these movies. We're going to start with episode 1 and end with episode 6. So, if you guys are eager to see the original trilogy, you just got to bear with me until we get to that point. But we will get to that point. And then once we're done with that, we will get back to Transformers. I do got the MP Soundwave that we'll be looking at next week. We got him. I believe I've got. I will. Somebody sent me a Cubex Huffer. We'll look at if he's in the mail by then. I also ordered the Bad Cube Brawn and what's his name? Brawn and Outback. And I also ordered X-Transbots Ollie. Those are coming from China. This one's coming from China, so it might be a little while. But I got Ollie, KO Fans Project, Deflector coming in, and the KO oversized Sea Spray. The iGear Sea Spray. So we'll take a look at those guys when we come in. I'm not really holding my breath for any of those, the last 3, but yeah, I mean, that sound was awesome. Anyway, so yeah, this week is going to be the Star Wars review. Now, and I'll remind everybody of this as we're going through the movies, that these are my opinions. These are not facts. This is not general consistent. The general thought of these figures, or of these movies. These are just my thoughts. What I think of these movies, what I think they should do better, and then my rating of the movies on where they stand in my movies. Some movies, you know what I mean. So let's talk about the new teaser trailer that came out on Friday. Meh. That's all I gotta say about that trailer. I know some people are super like, yes, new Star Wars, and I'm one of those people. I'm very excited about new Star Wars. George Lucas no longer at the helm, and we got J.J. Abrams, backed by Disney, who, in case you guys didn't know, you know, they are the ones that are behind the scenes in charge of the Marvel cinematic universe, and we all know how well that's coming out. So yeah, I am very excited about it. About the new Star Wars movie. The trailer, the teaser, it just didn't do it for me. There was nothing in there that was like, whoa, you know. It just didn't quite do it for me. A teaser trailer should be something that really gets your blood pumping. You're sitting there like, like, oh my god, this is gonna be great. This one just did not get far enough for me. It opens with the raspy voice. Who, some people are saying it sounds like Cumberbatch which it kind of does, but I don't know. It's the voice sounded like it was trying too hard to be menacing. It didn't have that, like James Earl Jones, when he talks, even when he's not trying to, he sounds menacing, so that works. Emperor Palpatine, when he talked, he sounded menacing, and that worked. Some people got that ability to get that menace in their voice, and this that I thought was a failure, to be honest. You see dude in the stormtrooper outfit standing up. Now I'm really hoping that maybe he is a stormtrooper. I'm trying to stay away from reading any information about it, but I kind of hope he's a stormtrooper, and I kind of hope he's a bad guy. Because we haven't gotten that. I mean, the bad guy turning good. I mean, that was the entire premise of the original trilogy, or at least the third movie with Vader, anyway. But it'd be kind of cool to see, like a stormtrooper that rises above the ranks of the rest of the stormtroopers and becomes a really big villain. That would be really, really cool. I don't know. Like I said, that's just my thought. Is it going to happen? Who knows? It's like, okay. You see some droids rolling around, and it's like, meh. Chicks riding on a little speeder bike, meh. I mean, we've seen this before. X-Wings are all flying. It was kind of cool seeing them fly close to the lake. I think that was the one thing in this trailer that I was like, that's different. Although, I mean, yeah. No, I was about to say they did something similar in Hoth, but no, they had the different, I can't remember what they're called at the top of my head. Anyway, so, that was kind of cool, seeing them on an Earth-like planet flying really close to the water. That was cool. Let's see. Then we had shadowy cloaked figure walking through the woods menacingly. And then he whips out his lightsaber, and it has the cross guard, and it's just like, okay, that's your menace villain. Yeah, that didn't cut it for me at all. At all. I mean, even remotely. And then you see the Millennium Falcon, and it does the theme song, and it's doing tricks. And again, we've seen that in the previous, or in the original trilogy. We've seen the Millennium Falcon dodging TIE fighters. That's what the movie was. I mean, I know people are gonna give me shit for saying that, but you know what I mean. It's just, we've seen this kind of thing before, and that's what was, to me, disappointing about this trailer, is because for the most part, aside from really the X-Wings flying around, which, I mean, we've seen X-Wings fly around, we just haven't seen them fly close to a lake before. Just aside from that, there really wasn't anything in this trailer that was like, whoa. I mean, most people that are getting pumped for it after this trailer are the ones that are just going off a nostalgia factor. And, part of me, there is that nostalgia, like, oh yeah, new Star Wars. But, yeah, it's just, in this day and age, you really gotta pull that teaser trailer off. I mean, just thinking back, the original Transformer teaser trailer, in case you guys don't remember what that one was, that was that scene from the first movie where they were talking about the Mars rover, how it didn't crash, and it shows a clip from it, and you see Transformer walking over to it and smashing it, and it's like, no way, we're actually getting this movie. The J.J. Abrams Star Trek, the original teaser with that was the voice of Spock, giving the full, space, the final frontier. He did that full speech, and as the camera's panning out, you realize that they're building the Enterprise, and it's like, that wasn't too thrilling, but it was just enough to get your nostalgia working, and it's just like, okay, I'm pumped now. The Avengers 2 teaser, where it has voice clips from the first movies, and it has an Iron Man helmet that's slowly turning, and you see it turning, warping into an Ultron head, and at the end you just hear screaming in the background. Awesome trailer. But the best teaser of all was the first teaser trailer I ever saw for The Lord of the Rings, which was just a little gold ring pops up on the screen and says, "One ring to rule them all." And I was just like, that's it. That was all there was, and that's all I needed. I was like, yes! Things like that, they get you pumped. This teaser didn't do it for me at all. And I'm not saying I'm not excited for the movie, because like I said, I think J.J. Abrams, he's a very good director. Let's see, I think pretty much every movie I've seen him in, I've always come out of it saying the director did a really good job. Because I could be wrong on this one, but I think he did that Cloverfield movie, and the movie was just dreadful. But the directing in that movie was amazing. It was the acting and the cinematography that was. But anyway, I am very excited about the Star Wars new movie. Do not get me wrong at all. I really want to know what happened with the characters. I want to know what happened to Han. I want to know what happened to Leia. I want to know what happened to Luke. I know in the expanded universe, Luke turned into the evil, Crimson Empire. Is that going to happen? Is that not going to happen? Are they going a different route? I hope they're going a different route so that we have new, fresh stories. That was one of the problems with the prequel trilogy, I always thought, was the fact that it was we already basically knew the story going into it. We knew how it was going to end, and that takes out so much excitement from a movie. If you know how one movie's going to end, let alone a trilogy. The Hobbit is kind of in that same category at the moment, just because we know how it's going to end. But luckily, they're adding in enough extra story that wasn't in the Hobbit that changing it a little bit. And we'll get into that, because I will be doing Hobbit reviews with Lord of the Rings reviews later. But anyway, so I'm very excited for the movie. I just think they could have done a much better job with that teaser trailer. It really just kind of fell short for me. And maybe that's just me. Maybe everyone else that ever watches this video now is sitting there like, what is wrong with this guy? But I mean, don't get me wrong. I grew up with Transformers, but I also grew up on Star Trek and Star Wars and Lord of the Rings. So all of these franchises are all, dear to my heart. So I wasn't as pumped. I wasn't that pumped for the teaser trailer for Transformers 4 either, or the first trailer for that matter. It was just like, okay, more senseless smashing. Okay, human race is in danger again. Okay, you got, even if the movie's not gonna do something different, you gotta have the teaser. You know, the teasers. Okay, Dark Knight, the Dark Knight teaser, where it just has Alfred's voice in the background, saying how some people just want to watch the world burn, and you know, it just got some stuff floating around on the screen, and then you see the Joker card. You know, things like that. We're like, okay, you have my interest. This one just, it didn't cut it for me, and I don't know. So obviously, the question of the day is going to be, what are your thoughts on the teaser trailer? Did it do it for you, or were you like me, kind of like, I kind of wish there was something else? And it's just, you know, I mean, and the shadowy figure with the lightsaber. It's just, honestly, how many times have we seen that type of thing in a Star Wars trailer? Even there's always a shadowy figure pulling out a lightsaber. It's just like, come on, give me something different. You know, what if shadowy figure in the woods? Like, what if they would have done this? And I have no idea what the movie's going to be like. But, you know, like, imagine cute girl walking through the woods, and all of a sudden she gets like this wicked little smile on her face, and then she whips out the red lightsaber, and you're like, that's a Sith. You know? Something like that would have been more like, I would have forgot the whole of the rest of the teaser, and I would have just been like, okay, I need to see this movie because it's not following the standards of Star Wars of, okay, bad guys wear black cloaks and have red swords. Okay. Anyway, so what are your thoughts on it? And I guess if you guys are waiting for Transformer videos, you know, I'll be back on regular schedule as soon as possible. But I thought a little change of pace would be fun. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoy my little Star Wars week.